Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, want to give all the praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High and His only begotten Son, called Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles and others, great millstone, who root and teach well, Wa Barakathon, unto the hopeful elect. Alright, now today through the Spirit, I want to go into a quick video entitled, Russia is big in World War III. And ultimately, basically what I mean is Russia is going to have a big influence when World War III kicks off. All right? And when you deal with the scriptures, Russia is the main nation that's going to give America the most trouble. You see? And that has nuclear capabilities of really dealing a large number of damage. And this quick little news article, which is just more propaganda, it made me start meditating upon that, and I want to do a lesson on it through the Spirit. Lord willing, is edifying. But this article says Russia missile strikes in eastern Ukraine rip through buildings, kill 2 and bury families in rubble. So Russia, they've been having their little attacks and everything of that sort, but this isn't even one of the main missiles that they have. But I wanted to go into it because I want to go into this Satan 2 missile that Russia has. All right. Now let's go. This is an article that I believe the Elder Apostle Hart brought out a minute ago. Or if it wasn't this article, it was basically had the same information inside of it. This is September 2nd, 2023 from Newsweek. Russia deploys Satan 2 missiles. What we know about this nuclear capable weapon. All right, let's go into the information on it. The RS-28 Sarmat is 116 feet long, weighs 220 tons, and can reportedly carry up to 15 light nuclear warheads with a range of 11,000 miles. You see, the weapon is capable of striking targets in the United States and in Europe. So from way over where Russia is, it can hit all the way different parts of America. And that's not even counting Russia actually coming closer. That's just them shooting it from over there in Russia. You see, those are the missiles that they already have set up to be shot from Russia. Now, how powerful they are. You see? Now, let's see how much damage can one nuclear missile. Cause I want to look at that information real fast. Let's go here. All right. Let's type here real quick. All right, let's see. Boom. What can one nuclear bomb do? A nuclear bomb can destroy a city and kill most of its people. Several nuclear explosions over modern cities would kill millions of people. Casualty from a nuclear war between the U.S. and Russia will reach hundreds of millions. So, being able to destroy a whole city is a capability of one, but we know there's missiles that's even stronger than that, capable of destroying a state. This missile right here can destroy a state. So if there's 15 in one, and Russia has a good deal of those, what really are we dealing with here? Well, according to prophecy, Russia is going to be one of those main nations that come against America and be America's downfall. Look at this. For comparison, the U.S. LG Momentum missile weighs about 36 tons, can travel 8,100 miles, and its 5-foot diameter is about 4 feet smaller. So one of the missiles the U.S. has a little bit smaller, and they can travel the same amount, but they both have these top tier nuclear weapons. But the point of it is another nation has what America has. All right. And this has been going on. Them boasting their weaponry. Let's check this out. Can one... Bro, come on, let me see. CNN right here. Russia unveils, this is October 27th. This is some years ago. Russia unveils that Satan II missile could wipe out France or Texas, report says. It says the RS-28 Sarmat rocket is capable of wiping out parts of the earth the size of Texas. That's one missile. All right, now let's check this out right here. How bad is America's missile defense? This is what I typed in. Let's read this first one. This is armscontrolcenter.org organization. The only program designed to protect the entire United States from homeland long-range missile attacks is the GMD program. GMD has a failing test record, a success rate of just 55% in highly scripted tests, including 3 missiles in the last 6 tries. So it's a 0.5% chance that America can even defend against these missiles. That's how the defense system is looking. Let's check this next article out. Heritage.org. Does the U.S. have good missile defense system? To increase the probability of an intercept, the U.S. has to shoot multiple interceptors at each incoming ballistic missile at present because its inventory of interceptors is limited. The United States can shoot down only a handful of ballistic missiles that have relatively unsophisticated countermeasures. So guess what? That shows that the defense system is pretty fucking bad, man. Slacky for the French. And also, when you go back into that article, another thing that is stated about Russia is that missile can be fired off so quick that the other nation's defense can't even have time to react to even intercept it in the first place. In America's defense system, the only defense system that it has a 55% chance of working to be able to intercept one of those missiles. So that means ultimately that America's not going to make it without the Lord being with it. The hell? Motherfucker got a kind of shitty. Oh, is that a guitar? Slovakia. But yeah, that means that America has 0% chance of making it. All right. So now I want to go into the scriptures, because Russia is going to be the main enemy until Babylon the Great be in America. Now let's dive into the scriptures. We'll start here. This is Jeremiah chapter 50. And I'm going to go into how this is prophecy. And it's the 9th verse. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations. You see? And it says from the north country, this north country. All right, now where was ancient Babylon at? Let's go into a map and prove it. Ancient Babylon was over there in where'd you say modern Iraq. Where is Babylon? Is Babylon today located? All right, Iraq. But let's look at, I'm trying to get the map so I can show you the map. All right. Now I need a map that's going to show the whole thing. See, this map is showing just a little bit. Okay. So this is where ancient Babylon is. And now when you look down here towards this way, look at this, Jerusalem. So when Isaiah saw the vision, he said a simulation from the north country. What's north of where you see Babylon at? Media, right? Now, if you look at a modern map, when you come up here, now you got nations like Russia, which that's what it's talking about, Russia. Let me get this thing, Iraq on map. This thing is acting up. Map. Now let's look at Iraq. Okay. All right. So here, look at this. This thing gonna show it. Okay. Bro, come on, man. Slovakia. Let's get the map on there. Oh my gosh, come on, let's look at the map on there, okay? So look here. This is where the ancient Babylonian land would be at. Right up in this area up here in Iraq. This is where Babylon is now, even now. It's probably like around where this line, like around where this line is. You can't see my finger, but what's north of it? You have Russia. So when Isaiah saw that vision, that's who he was speaking about. Because it's gonna say it in Isaiah. But also, basically saying it right here. This is talking about Russia as well. This is Jeremiah 50, and I'm starting at verse 9. For lo, I will raise and cause up to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty expert man. None shall return in them void. What's the arrows? These missiles. All right. These missiles are set up to completely destroy. This is modern. This is speaking about modern Babylon, because ancient Babylon, this didn't happen. And Chaldea shall be a spoil. All they that spoil her shall be satisfied, said Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You see, so this is where we're getting ready to see the fall of this modern Babylon, which is America. All right, it's gonna be judged. Okay, let's get the next scripture. Let's go to Isaiah now. This is Isaiah chapter 13. I'm going to start at verse 9. Behold, the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. What land is talking about? It's talking about Babylon the Great. You read it up here. All right, and ancient Babylon, this didn't happen to ancient Babylon. The day of the Lord didn't come to pass on the ancient Babylonian empire. Let's go to it real quick. All right. How did ancient Babylon fall? Boom. Let's see. Okay. Okay, it says, what caused the Babylonians to fall? In 539 BCE, the empire fell to the Persians under Cyrus the Great at the Battle of Opis. Babylon's walls were impregnable, so all the Persians cleverly devised a plan whereby they diverted the course of the Euphrates River so that it fell to a manageable depth. Okay, let's get this word, impregnable. Impregnable. Yep. So okay. And that's how it says their wall. It says it was real walled up. But when you deal with the scripture, this is scripture that speaks on the city without wall, or that land without walls. Really, that's talking about in Ezekiel 38. That's how you know that's. America isn't like this. But this is what happened to the ancient Babylonian Empire. America ain't fortified up. America's defense system, we just looked at it. The American defense system is horrible. If you look at right here, Babylon, they had to come up with a plan to get them. Let me see. I want to see this right here. And ultimately, it wasn't even really, when you really go into it, it wasn't really no big of a battle. Now here's something right here. It says, did Babylon fall without a fight? Both the Babylonian Chronicles and the Cyrus Cylinder describe Babylon being taken without battle. So there's books that show where it wasn't really even like a fight like that. But according to prophecy, this is how the Lord said Babylon would fall. That's how you know it's talking about the daughter of Babylon, which is America. You see, one that Esau is ruling. Because when you go into Jeremiah 49, it speaks on how the judgment of America is going to be like Sodom. We just read right there. The ancient Babylonian Empire didn't fall like Sodom and Gomorrah. It really just got taken over. When you actually go into the history of it, it wasn't even really that big of a war. They kind of just got their shit took. All right, now let's go continue on. It says, for the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. It's going to the prophecy of when the day of the Lord happens, which, you know, one of the big things that's going to happen around the time period of the day of the Lord is World War III. It says, the sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause the light to shine. It's going to be that darkness. And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease. And I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible, because the Lord will come back in the midst of this World War III. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man of the golden wedge of Ophir. It's talking about the elect men. What does it say, though? Verse 13, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place, in the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Shah of hosts, and in the day of his fierce anger. Because the Lord's got these missiles being shot at America, Babylon the Great. And then what's else going to happen? The Lord's going to have those chariots emitting rays of light. You know, laser being like big ass rays of light out of them chariots. Heavenly fire. Okay? It says, I want to jump down. You see, and it goes into how all this judgment is going to be brought to Babylon. I want to get the point because I kind of started too high up. This is Isaiah 13 and verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. They're going to come straight hardcore judgment. They're going to shoot them Satan 2 missiles that they got. It ain't just for show. It says, and the Lord's going to allow them and other nations to be shooting missiles at America, Babylon the Great. Okay? According to prophecy, this is 18. Their bows shall also dash them into pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of their womb. The eye shall not spare children. It's going to be straight woe. And Babylon, the glory of kingdom. So America is known as the great city. The beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency shall be as when Yahweh Bashem Shah overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. What's that modern fire and brimstone going to be? The missiles. And then it's going to be those chariots emitting rays of light. You see? But it said the Medes because it's talking about that land. That land now is inherited by Russia. Like where because the Persians ultimately is over there near the Iraq area. Persians. You see? And Iraq is actually against America too. You see? So these different nations are going to come up against Babylon the Great. America is at war with Iraq. When you go into Ezekiel 38, it speaks on how Persia, it speaks on them nations being on the same team as Russia. Because it calls them Gog and Magog. Now let's continue on. This is Isaiah 54 and verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth the instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy. That waster to destroy is talking about the missiles. And it says the smith, this weapon. Now ultimately, this weapon is created by somebody. Esau was allowed to perfect the sword. You had the Oppenheimer movie where they had created that atomic stuff, but they've advanced the technology. All right? And they're Edomites. Okay? The Lord allowed Esau to create these ICBM nuclear warheads. All right? But this is waster is going to destroy America, Babylon the Great. All right? And we're seeing, and we just read about some of the capabilities of it that Russia has. This is Jeremiah 51, and I'm going to start at verse 11. All right? It says, make bright the arrows, gather the shields. Yahweh Bashem Shah have raised up the spirit of the king of the Medes. For his device is against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh Bashem Shah, the vengeance of his temple, which is Lord's spiritual temple is his people. And the Lord is going to bring mass judgment on Babylon the Great, because this is the place where Judah and Jerusalem was oppressed together. That's why the Lord says he's going to bring all the nations to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat and plead with them for his people. All right. But these arrows, talking about those missiles, man. You see? It's going to destroy Babylon the Great. Okay? And Russia's going to be one of the main ones as we're going into in this quick lesson. All right. Let's go here. This is Revelation chapter 13. And I'm reading verse 1 and 2. And I stood upon the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads names of blasphemy. This is the revised Romanian Empire, currently known as NATO and the EU, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, and the European Union, European Common Market. You see, that's that Rome raised up again. You see, when you go into it, that beast has those different empires Esau ruled. Then you had so the seven heads is that, and then you had those horns. It's going to ultimately the money system of this revised Romanian Empire. It says, in the beast which I saw, like unto a leopard, you see, talking about the Greeks, and it says in his feet as unto the feet of a bear. You know, going into ultimately Russia, the feet, the end of this thing. Then it says in his mouth as the mouth of a lion, to my Great Britain, and the dragon gave him power and his seat and great authority, because the dragon goes to the Roman Empire, and after the Roman Empire, you know, this thing will be revised, starting with Great Britain. You see? And that's when this got fulfilled. And I saw one of his heads that were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered at the beast, back when this Roman Empire got revised. But the feet of it says the bear. That's going into the Russians. And that's going to be the end of this a revised Romanian Empire. It's going to be the end of, because America's the head of NATO and EU, and when America is destroyed, the whole thing is gone. You take the head off of something, is dead. But anyways, you know, Ww3, you know, this lesson gave some edification. I want to end it off by saying, Call Halal Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Rakak Wadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, great millstone, who root and teach well. Call me Shalom.